Today I'm going to show you how to make 12 meals for $12 for 2 people.
Hey, Big Blue Glasses here. Look, today I'm going to tell you how to make 12 meals for $12. A 1-quart jar can hold a meal for 2 people. Or one person could have a really hearty meal in a giant bowl like this because this is a quart of soup. But I'm going to explain to you how you can make 12 quarts of soup for only $12.
I clean out the fridge every couple weeks and I go to the vegetable market and I get reduced produce. You'd be shocked that all the produce today is only $6. I chop it up the night before. I have it all ready to make my soup the next day. I fill the stock pot with the cut up chicken, all of the vegetables, and then I fill the remainder of it within 1 inch of the top with water. I keep this on a rolling boil for 2 to 3 hours and then I fish out the chicken. The meat just falls off the bone. I chop it up and I put it back into the soup and I stir it up and it's ready for canning. At our store, every week, or I should say every day, the butcher takes the meat that's going to expire in a day or two that should be sold and clearances it for half off. So I bought an entire chicken for only $6. Now, that whole chicken was normally $12. And I make this soup every 2 to 4 weeks, a couple times a month. And in a pot this big, it usually gives me about a dozen quarts of soup. But the first thing I want to show you is what I do with the soup when the soup is done. I put my food funnel on top of my 1-quart mason jar. This soup is still boiling. You can see steam still rising up. I'm going to turn off the heat right now. I'm going to fill this jar up to the neck of the jar with soup. I'm going to fill it right up. The soup just got done. Again, 3.5 hours it's been cooking. I'm going to wipe off the rim, my lid on the jar. I'm going to seal it up just like this. This jar is going to cool down. The top of this mason jar lid is going to suck itself down. And as this cools on the counter, this is going to be ready to go into the fridge. And I can keep this up to 6 months.
These vegetables, I added it up from the store, okay? Cost me $6.25. My 18 tomatoes, 3 different kinds, including Roma, beefsteak, and cherry tomatoes, $1.25. 6 carrots cost me 49 cents, 1 Videla onion, 65 cents, 1 red onion, 33 cents, 3 green onions cost 12 cents, 3 yellow squash, $1.07. Got 2 zucchini in that same batch. 2 heads of broccoli for 99 cents, 4 potatoes cost me 15 cents, 3 stalks of celery cost 20 cents, 1 orange cost a nickel, 2 green peppers cost 70 cents, 3 small sweet peppers 5 cents, 1 red pepper cost me 20 cents, $6.25. A couple times a week I go to the store. They put reduced produce in a bin, things that have to be used in a couple days. I grab them when I see them, I bring them home, I chop them up, I put them in a Ziploc baggie, I put them in the freezer, and they go in a soup like this every couple weeks.
There you go, 12 meals for $12, 12 quarts of soup. And this soup has fiber, all of the daily allowances of vegetables that you should be eating, good for your gut health, good for constipation, good for all kinds of different things. But I'll tell you one additional thing. I don't use any canned tomatoes in my soup. You saw earlier, and I talked about putting 18 fresh tomatoes in this soup, cut up with the skins on. They boiled down. The flavor of fresh tomatoes it far surpasses canned tomatoes. Tastes much better. People always ask me, why does your soup taste so different? Why does it taste so good? Well, there it is right there. I don't use any chicken, beef, or vegetable stock. I cook the tomatoes down with the other vegetables. I cook a whole chicken. This time I use chicken for the meat directly in there. Cook the whole thing for 3 hours. That is why this soup tastes so good. That is why so many people ask me how I make it. And that is how I make 12 meals for $12. How do you meal prep, cook ahead, and save money on your groceries? And what would you like to see me make next? Leave a comment below. Send me a message. Follow and share. I always like to hear from everyone out there and what you're doing as well. See you next time.